Hi, welcome to A Moment in Time with Taylor. Thank you so much for being here. Thanks for tuning in. Please be sure to check out our website, femyoga.com. This channel is made possible by our audience. So if you click support, you can keep this channel going and growing with your contributions. Plus, if you sign up for the monthly sponsorships, you'll actually be entered to win $100 on September 17th, 2018. And you can sign up for monthly sponsorships for as little as $5 a month. Like Carlos just signed up for monthly sponsorships at the end of the last broadcast. And let's see. So he actually signed up for the bronze level sponsorship, so $10 a month, and he will be entered to win $100 each month on the 17th. So what are you guys waiting for? Keep us going and growing. Thank you. Hi. Hello, Buki. First comment of the broadcast on Twitch. First comment to the broadcast on Periscope was Moo from Eric Fubar. And Anthony, thanks for sharing this out to all of your followers on Twitter and retweeting. Yeah, Banana Head, we're reading Quiet. Well, I already read it. We're going to talk about what it was about. Great guy. Hello. Hey, Anthony. Please don't call me sexy. My name is Taylor. It's nice to meet you guys. Random Rider Advice. Hello from Florida. I've seen you in here a couple times now. We should also be live on YouTube. If you guys are following me on YouTube and you wouldn't mind just popping on our live broadcast and just saying hello, just so I can just make sure that the comments are working. Looks like they're coming in good on Twitch and Periscope. Twitch, I'm not an affiliate yet because I multicast to these 3 different platforms at once. So I will have to get another webcam set up to give another angle so that it's unique content for Twitch, and then I can become an affiliate. So right now, you can't send me any of the bits, but you can support the channel over on femyoga.com. Your nose is hurting. Maybe you should not walk directly into doors. Vicky, hello. How are you? How are you guys? All right, I don't see anyone commenting on YouTube. I'm going to quickly load up my YouTube page and see if I can see anybody commenting, just to make sure I'm not missing comments like we were missing last night on Twitch. How you guys doing? I'm doing pretty darn good. And remember, Ruby is going to be live on this channel. Ruby Nusa, the Italian from Australia. She will be live on Periscope only at midnight tonight, Eastern time. So that's 1 hour and 16 minutes we have to get through this book review and get Ruby on here to talk about The 5 Love Languages by Gary Chapman. Your uterus is itchy? Danny, you shouldn't have a uterus. What's happening right now? Okay. I'm going to say, hello! Let's see if that came up. It did. Okay, so the comments are working. We are good. Let's get into the book review. Any last comments before I hide all the chat so I can get through it? Hi, Josh. Hey, Prashant. Prashant, that is the emoji for pervert alert. You missed Kiyosaki. That's okay. I'll leave the replay up. My last replay was about Cash Flow Quadrants by Robert Kiyosaki. Quick review. Was it good or bad? It was good. Hey, Lise. Hello. And Mark, thank you for the super hearts. Mark, you're a super fan now? What? Are you a super fan? Oh, wait. Oh, no, it's just saying thank you for the super hearts. Never mind. But thank you. Thank you. You're a super fan in my mind. All right. Moo. Hello, Eric on Twitch. I see you. Hi. So, let's do it. Oh, I'm going to hide the chat now. So I'm going to read all the comments when I'm done with my review and summary. And until then, sit back, relax, grab your beverage, enjoy the show, and I will be chatting with you in just a little bit. So this book is called Quiet, The Power of Introverts in a World That Can't Stop Talking by Susan Cain. I myself am an extrovert. I received this book as a gift from one of our longtime sponsors, Dorita, who is right here on the list. Thank you, Dorita, for the book. Thank you for the sponsorships. It was so fun hanging out with you in Detroit when I had that layover a couple weeks ago. And I really, really loved this book. I don't know exactly what rating I'm going to give it yet, either 3 or 4 stars. The reason is because I don't know that there was really a whole lot of substance to this book. There's a lot of theorizing, there's a lot of maybes, there's a lot of possibly this might be something, kind of, maybe not. It's just very wishy-washy. It's not super concrete, because when it comes to personalities and individuals and trying to categorize people into boxes, it doesn't work well, right? It's hard to find the extremes of you're either an extrovert or you are an introvert. So in this book, they do have a little test that you can take to see which side of the spectrum you fall on. If you're kind of half and half, then you're what's considered an ambivert, which means you are sometimes an introvert in certain situations and sometimes an extrovert in other situations. Personally, I tend to believe that every single person has a little bit of both in them. So they could be an introvert sometimes, an extrovert other times, and it really depends more on the situation. So in that sense, how I don't find the book to be wildly practical, I would not give it a 5 stars, but it was a good book. It was well written. It's a good concept. I like that she approached it from a scientific point of view and used a lot of research and case studies, and she went and really got her hands dirty. She went out to different colleges and organizations around the country to interview people about the importance of extroversion and introversion in different industries and in different walks of life. So it was good. It was a good book for sure. I definitely don't want to say anything bad about it, other than just the concepts aren't hugely useful. You can't like read this book and then, oh, okay, that gave me all the answers and now I'm going to go out and have an amazing life, which I like from books. If you don't know me, I really like practical, useful, clear, concise, short reads that give me something, a little golden nugget to go out into my world and start using right away. So this did have at least one of those golden nuggets, and that was that if you are alone, you're going to be more creative. So this whole concept of group learning and cooperative work and working in a group, both in school and education and in work, these open floor plans in all of the offices, that it's stifling creativity and it's not allowing people to have space to have their own thoughts and their own ideas. I've noticed this a lot in my own life. We had a meetup as a group of live streamers in Chicago earlier this year in April, and we were playing a game called Never Have I Ever. And almost every single person that was playing that game, there was probably a good maybe 15 of us, and maybe 10 to 15 of us. And I want to say almost every single person in that group, with the exception of myself and maybe a couple others that I didn't notice, were using their phones to come up with ideas for the Never Have I Ever. So the way this game works is you say, never have I ever been out of the country. And if you've been out of the country, then you do whatever the penalty is. In this case, taking a sip of your beverage. So people were like, they were having a hard time thinking of things they hadn't done before, even though you can say something that you've done before and then you just drink anyway. But anyway, and I was like really harping on this. I'm like, you guys, stop using your phones. Just think of something. Just use your brains, because it's like anything. If you don't exercise your creative imagination, coming up with new, unique, fresh ideas yourself, I personally believe that you'll lose that skill. They didn't provide scientific evidence for that in this book, but they do talk about the importance of, Einstein, Bill Gates. There's a lot of introverts that they list in here, and I don't recall all of them. I think Warren Buffett is one as well. And these people, they spend so much time alone, and they do that intentionally because they need that space to think. And just the importance of alone time, quiet time, being uninterrupted, undistracted, and thinking and focusing on whatever it is that you want to focus on and think about. So that has been wildly helpful for me. This has helped me to come up with good ideas just in the past week that are blowing my own mind. Like, as I come up with the idea, I'm like, such a good idea. Why didn't I think about this before? And just thinking differently, thinking about different industries that I never thought about before, like satellites, like what companies are in charge of building and repairing and monitoring these satellites and how much money is probably in that. The other day I looked up how much does it cost to repair and build a road. It said to build a half mile of road cost $500,000 US. Or no, I think that was per mile. Sorry, that's 1 mile. 1 mile is $500,000 US. And I drove over 1,000 miles when I moved from New York to Florida here. So that just blows my mind, the amount of money that's out there changing hands. And people think what they need to do is they need to come up with something new. They need to come up with this. Why they need to be the inventor of electricity. They need to come up with the space travel. They need to be Elon Musk, who is an amazing mind, and definitely his mind is the reason that he's so wealthy in some ways. And however, there's plenty of money to be made just in thinking differently and thinking outside of the box and in existing industries that aren't very exciting but make a ton of money. So for me, that's kind of the path that I was thinking down. Whatever you want to think about and meditate on, it's important to do it. You could think of it as meditation. There's a great book about this process alone, which is called Deep Work by Cal Newport. I highly recommend you read this book, everyone. No matter what your goals are in life, this book is going to help you get there. And to sum up this book really quickly, he just says take anywhere from 20 minutes to an hour, set a timer, turn off your phone, put it silent, airplane mode, whatever's going to work for you. Turn off the TV, turn off the music, turn off the computer. You don't want to hear any notifications. You don't want anyone to be able to call or walk in. You want to lock the door, let everyone know in your office or your home that you're doing this, that you can't be interrupted for the next hour. Come on, you've got to be able to get 1 hour of your life uninterrupted, and just focus on whatever you want, whatever problem you have. And if you spend 20 to 60 minutes thinking about anything, you'll be able to solve it, pretty much, if you just focus on that one task. And I've practiced that myself since reading this book, and I found it to be true. So definitely recommend this one, Deep Work by Cal Newport. So back to this book, there's another part in here where she talks about high reactive and low reactive. And she talks about the sensitivities of different individuals and introverts versus extroverts in particular. So let's back up a little bit and just talk about what an introvert is and what an extrovert is. That's kind of the part of the gray area here. There really isn't a great clear definition other than an introvert is someone who pretty much won't speak if someone else is speaking. And an extrovert will probably speak regardless if someone else is speaking. That isn't probably really what she said in this book, but that's kind of how that's how it resonated for me, was that an introvert is that friend or family member who basically doesn't talk unless you directly engage them and ask them a question. And they can talk, and they can talk a lot. Introverts aren't people who don't talk a lot. It's just that they don't talk unless they either, one, think there's something good to say, or two, if they feel free and comfortable and safe to talk. So introverts tend to be a little bit less comfortable, maybe a lot less comfortable, depending on where, on the spectrum of maybe social anxiety even you may fall, with new experiences and new people. So it's not that introverts don't like socializing, it's just that it's hard for them to meet new people and be in new experiences, new situations. So introverts tend to be more comfortable hosting people in their house that they know. So hosting friends and family that they know and are familiar with in their own environment, which they're also familiar with, and not necessarily going out to a concert and meeting a bunch of new people and seeing a lot of strange faces. So that was interesting to me because that doesn't bother me. Strangers, new experiences, new people, I like that actually. I like that a lot. So that puts me in the extrovert category. However, when I was reading this book, I kept feeling like, yeah, I must be an introvert because of all the things that I identified with that she was talking about. So in that way, I keep going back to it. Is introvert and extrovert even really a thing? I mean, maybe. She is an introvert herself, the author, and she was really looking for the good things about being an introvert and trying to put down anyone who is anti-introversion and anyone who is pro-extrovert, where they say that extrovert is better than introvert. She wanted to say that introverts have strengths and uses as well. And I agree with that, but you could tell that was her motive, and so she was searching all the time for something to back up her belief, which is, I think, all authors do to some level, but in this case it was quite obvious, and in a way it turned me off from the book because I wanted facts and objective data as much as possible rather than when she would find something that went along with what she thought was true, she would really hammer on it and say, basically say it was true, even though it was like the evidence suggests that it may be true. And then she would say, this shows why this and this and that, and kind of use it as proof for things that it may or may not actually be solid evidence and proof for. So the book's okay. I think it's important to have some alone time, to have quiet time, whether or not you are an introvert. But if you are in a relationship with an introvert, whether romantically or in a work relationship, that's another thing I want to talk about is introverts and the best way that they work. So don't let me forget that one, okay? Excuse me. I lost my train of thought, so I'm going to just go to what I was thinking about because I forgot what I was saying before that. So introverts actually work best as leaders over proactive employees or proactive workers, proactive team members. And I don't, again, know if this is really true, but in this book, she said that that's what the data says, is that if you have proactive workers, they actually work best under an introverted leader, because an introverted leader is more likely to listen and get input and get advice. So if you're an extrovert like myself and you're a leader, you own your own business or whatever it is in your world, leader of your family or something, then it's important to make sure that you pipe down, quiet down, and listen, get input. Let your people know that you really do value and care about their opinion and their desires and their ideas, and don't just all of a sudden jump in as they're talking and try to say what you think and, oh, yeah, that's awesome, oh, I totally agree, yeah, because that can cut their process. And when you start talking, they're going to stop talking again. So if you have an introverted leader with people like that, it actually tends to work better. And then if you have people that aren't very proactive and they need kind of motivation, they need some nudging, they need encouragement and incentives to perform, and they're not just naturally proactive, then an extroverted leader is more effective. She talks a lot about how in society in general, we made a shift from character being the most important part of an individual to personality being the most important part of an individual, and that you have to be extroverted. You have to be able to, not only do you have to be really smart and be able to run and crunch all of your numbers and have the data, but then you have to be able to take that data and present it to the board of your company in an exciting PowerPoint presentation and, get everyone excited and energized and be a great public speaker also. And how that's not fair for people who aren't built for that. That's not their strength. And I totally agree. I think it's important to put people in positions where they're catering to their strengths, and there's going to be team work in a way where the people who aren't great at the presentation part of it, well, someone else on the team who is good at that, more extroverted, more gregarious, more energetic, could be the person who does the presentations. And they're maybe not going to be quite as good at the analysis part because they are talking and they're kind of, they're getting distracted and interrupted more often, whereas an introvert, someone who's really, really focused and going within, is probably going to get more of that type of work done, maybe in computer programming or, physics, any type of scientific work, engineering, anything that takes a lot of thought, basically, to solve the issues. So introverts are very important, very useful in our world. That's what I was going to talk about, high reactive and low reactive. So there are some studies that were done. I forget the name of the gentleman. It's in here somewhere, so if you want to read the book, put it up again. And they talk about the reactivity of children about 4 months old. So they would expose these children to events, new events, strange events, so strange faces, strange places, things that were different and unusual to them, scary things, sad things, happy things, good things, soft things, cute things, and they would do that to babies when they were 4 months old. They would show them different images and monitor how their bodies reacted. And the babies who were higher reactive, meaning they would scream and flail their arms and legs, and they were more reactive to the photos, they were more affected by them. Those babies who are the louder babies, they're more reactive, they're more expressive, actually end up being introverts later on in life. And the theory is that introverts are more sensitive than extroverts, and that extroverts are more low reactive. And this, to me, seems like this has some merit. This definitely seems to be consistent with what I've experienced in life as well, with witnessing other people who are introverts or extroverts, and myself as well, is for myself personally. Let's just talk about from my point of view. As an extrovert, I definitely don't feel super impacted by things. I don't get really riled up. I don't really get angry. I don't really get affected. I'm just not a very reactive person in general. So they would categorize me as low reactive in this book, which would make me fall into the category of likely to be an extrovert. Again, these are generalities. Not every single person fits into every single box. But they said that because of that, that could explain why extroverts are more interested in new things, new experiences, new people, because they're looking for a reaction. They're looking to feel that high, that excitement, and they don't get it just from, walking down the street and seeing a bunch of strangers. They want the adrenaline rush or a risk. They tend to be more risk takers as well, because they're not as afraid, they're not as sensitive. And then sensitivities, even that is a big spectrum. You could be sensitive to risk. You could be sensitive to new people. You could be sensitive to light. You could be sensitive to sound, sensitive to foods. I mean, there's so many different ways that you can be sensitive. You could be emotionally sensitive or not. It doesn't necessarily have to mean that you cry at the drop of a hat. There's almost a negative connotation on sensitivity a lot of times, and that's, I think, a failure as well. We have to have both. We have to have the people who aren't super affected and they kind of just go through life and they push buttons and they try things and they see what happens. And then the people who are a little bit more cautious, a little bit more like, okay, well, let's just put on the brakes a little bit here. Let's analyze what may happen. Let's take the best path. And you just have both. I think that balance is the most important thing. And that's really what she comes to conclude in the book as well, is that it's important to have introverts and extroverts, but we already idolize and appreciate and build up, make celebrities out of people who are highly extroverted, and we don't seem to put that same value and reward and glamour and luxury on the people who are introverted. And it's important that we realize that both people are important, both types of people. So that is my review and summary of the book Quiet by Susan Cain, The Power of Introverts in a World That Can't Stop Talking. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you'll check out the website, femyoga.com. You can keep this channel going and growing with your contributions by clicking support. And now I'm going to show the chat. And put this book away. Where does it go? How about up here? Steve, thanks for retweeting and sharing on Twitter. Jeffrey, thank you for the super hearts. Who's that, Shara? Shara, is that you? Shara, thank you for the super hearts. You guys are both pink. Appreciate that. You need me to be your mom, Chancellor Merkelisms? I don't want to be anyone's mom, but thank you. Okay, that was the only comment that came in on YouTube. Good. Let's go through the Periscope. I extroverted my TV size today to 70-inch. Jeffrey, you're so funny. Oh my God, this is hilarious. All right. Thank you for the super hearts, Mark. And you didn't know that? You can't hide the comments on YouTube, so I'll see you there. Yes, I can. I just minimized the page. Prashant didn't know that. Wait, what didn't you know? Joe and A, welcome to Periscope. You guys are going to love it here. Isamu, hey, it's a video, but it's live. I just had the chat hidden so I could get all my thoughts out. So when people are watching the replay, it's not like 10 hours of just me commenting between every page. Airlegs, thank you for the super hearts. Long time no see, right, Jeffrey? I'm so alone. Akon made a song after me. Lonely? I am so lonely. No, I didn't cut my hair, Raven. I have my hair. My hair is still here. What is the scrolling dollar amounts there for? Hey, Kim, these are the sponsors from the last 30 days of the channel. Raven's like, hello, your hair. Katie, hi. Thank you, Danny. Oh my God, Danny, you're hired. He's like telling everyone she has the chat hidden so she can focus on the review. She will read your comments when she's done. Thank you, Danny Bruno. You need 50-50, half my time alone to work on myself, half time with other people. Yeah, Josh, I like that too. And most introverts like other people too. It's not that they don't like people. You know what I'm saying? This actually helps. This book did help me a lot with understanding people better. Like my ex, actually. I was thinking that he was like potentially on this autistic spectrum. But after reading this book, I thought maybe he's just an introvert. He's just very introverted and I just don't understand that. So I thought maybe he was slightly autistic, but really I think he's just very introverted. Then the roads need to be fixed every 5 years. Hey, Steve. Yeah, exactly. I try that, but just end up taking a nap instead. Are you talking about meditation? Welcome back, Kylo. Extroverts or interrupters? I'm so introverted. Really, Jeffrey? I think that's what's good about Periscope too, and just online communities in general, because it's easier to type your comments than to have to worry about all the social faux pas, right? Like I had a call today with Arturo, and it was just a call. It wasn't a video call. So I was able to really listen to him because I didn't have to make sure that I was like smiling and nodding. And, you know, when I'm on video, I try to be really interactive, and I could just sit here and just listen to what he was saying. And it was, I don't know, it was nice. Consider me uncomfortable. I'd always pass out. Pass out? Wait, are you talking about meditation right now? Prime example. I replied instead of engaged. I interrupt a lot because I'll forget what I wanted to say. Vicky, you know what? The chances of you forgetting what you were going to say are pretty low, and it doesn't matter what you were going to say. That's the truth. Oh, good. Thank you for bringing that up. So here's my tip for extroverts, people like me and people like Vicky who says, like, I interrupt a lot because I'll forget what I wanted to say. One, you probably won't forget what you wanted to say, especially if it's important enough. And two, it's not important what you were going to say because it's important what they're saying. Because you might think you know where they're going with it or you know the answer to their problem, but there's so many different ways that this can go. One, you might not know what they were going to say. You think you do, and then you realize you were way off and you should have just shut your mouth and just listened to them and see what they were going to say. And two, they might not be looking for you to solve their problems. They might just be looking to express themselves. They may just be looking to be listened to and just to speak and think it through themselves and talk it through themselves. They might not be looking for advice. So that's something I struggle with personally, is with the unwanted advice. So I've been working on that now for a little over a year, I think. So here's the technique. Ready? You let them go. Do not say anything. Don't go, yeah, oh, really? Oh my God, yes. Don't do any of that. Do not make a sound. You can smile, you can nod, you can keep eye contact, but do not make a sound. On the phone, same thing, don't. They'll say, are you still there? And you go, yeah, I'm listening. But other than that, just don't make a sound. And the thing is, people usually don't go, are you still there? Because they're not realizing you're not saying anything because they're just thinking of what they're saying. They're thinking about what they're saying and they're saying it. Then when they have finished speaking, meaning they have gone silent, count to 3 in your head, silently, and then respond. So you let them go, let them go, let them go, let them go, let them go. When they finish speaking, you go 1, 2, 3, and then you can start talking, because you'll find in those 3 seconds, 1, 2, they'll start talking again. And the other thing is blah, 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 and they'll just keep going. And you might think, oh my God, this was the problem. I did this with my ex before. I would practice this with him. I would let him go as long as he wanted to go, and then I would wait 3 seconds before I responded. And so many times I did that, I realized, oh, that's not at all what I thought he was going to say. I thought I knew exactly what to say back to him, and see, this is the thing, this is why. And then I was like, oh my gosh, no, I was way off. And I would just let him go, and then I would realize I thought it was this, but really it was this. But I had to let him talk to realize what the core issue was, if we were having an issue. Trinelli, hi. My opinion on pencils. They're fine. They're easy to edit, and I don't have a hubby anymore. Hi, Laura. I'm an introvert, and I've always been the favorite boss. Ah, Shara, really? See, that's fascinating information. I'm introvert because most people simply annoy me, okay? I usually get rid of unmotivated workers. Maybe that's my introversion. No, I think that's just being a good manager. Unmotivated workers are not very useful. Because if someone has to keep telling them to do their job, I mean, it'd be better to just hire someone who did the job, right? Hi, Elvis. We all want to have proactive workers. You like my books? Relu81, that's a good comment. He says, hello, I like your BOO blank S. Boobs or books? F yeah. Too much knowledge. My brain feels like it's going to explode. I'm sorry, Jeffrey. I don't want your brain to explode everywhere. Seems like skinny babies grow up chubby and chubby babies are lean as adults too. I don't know about that. I was born chubby and will die chubbier. Thank you, Josh. I am attracted to introverts because they listen. Yes. Yeah, I think we all are. That's really true. We like to be heard, right? But we can be good listeners too as extroverts. Hi, Britt. How are you? Thanks for inviting your followers. Hey, Dice Game Baby, what's up? Oops, I clicked a button. I didn't mean to click that button. No. Ty Lopez sponsored your channel. That's sweet. No, that's fake. These are fake. Let me point out the fake ones. Robert Kiyosaki, that's fake. Hamji is fake. The money is real, but the names are fake. Grant Cardone, Ty Lopez, The Cervix, Fallopian Tubes, Morgan Freeman. These people. Hey, Chris. What's up? G-Dog, thank you for the super hearts. Sometimes it's easier to listen when you don't have to worry about a camera in front of you. So true. But not just a camera, but actual eyes, just the people watching, right? Is it possible to be an introvert until mixed with alcohol? Yeah, because alcohol reduces inhibitions, right? All right, bye, Kyla. I'll talk to you later. Yeah, Vicky, do it. Do the thing where you let them go. Count to 3 before you start talking. Tell me what you notice, because that was like life-changing for me. I don't even know where I got that from. It might have been from my old church. My Myers-Briggs is ENTJ. And sometimes it's nice to have someone to outlet to. That's so true. AS Stand League, thank you so much for the super hearts. Talking to people, sometimes kind of like therapy. Yeah, totally. I do this with my family, not with others, but the family hates it. Wait, what? You count to 3? This is gold. Yay! To give people more time, little pauses. I found the perfect new place. I did, Craig. That's so true. It's like giving courtesy, listening. Yeah, you're an endomorph. Okay. Hey, Great Gold, how are you? I think I talk too much. I'm going to work on listening better. Vicky, I'm right there with you. Everyone comes to me with the most personal problems. Are you an introvert, Donna? Do I accept IOUs? Sure, Daniel. Meteorologist, beautiful. Counting to 3 is a good tip. I should do it more often. Smells like prowl. What, my armpit? Woo! I need deodorant. I always interrupt my family. Oh! That's great. See, introverts can talk, you know? They're not, it's not like they can't interrupt and they can't talk. But, dang, we finished those book reviews so fast. What are we going to do now? Meditation or something? Shall we do meditation? How much content we do? We didn't do like barely any content today. How do I deal with loneliness? Aesthetic Shiba, hello. How do you deal with loneliness? Well, that's a loaded question. How do you deal with loneliness? I guess I would need to know a lot more about you to see what do you like. Do you like going out? Do you have the finances to be able to go out, sit at a bar, chat with the bartender, hang out there? I actually built this channel to help people to not feel lonely so that there's always somebody live here that they can chat with. But for me to not feel lonely, I will usually text or call. I don't usually like phone calls though. I usually will text my best friends and family members and just kind of like talk to them and reach out to them. And I actually like stuffed animals. I know it kind of seems silly, but it's like a little something to snuggle and just, you know. You're 16, I have no friends, my life is shit. Yeah, well, being 16 just kind of sucks. I promise you, if you can get through this, don't like end your life or anything, because that's what I used to think about doing. I'm so glad I didn't, because my life is a million times better now. High school is kind of stupid. School in general is stupid. Being 16 is stupid. You have like no freedom, but you can maybe almost get your license, and it just sucks, okay? It sucks for me. It doesn't suck for everyone. Some people that's like the peak of their life is in high school, but trust me, you don't want the peak of your life to be in high school. You want the peak of your life to happen after high school. So all you have to do is just keep eating food, going to sleep, and waking up, and just get through the next few years and do whatever the hell you want. except drugs. Like, don't do hardcore drugs that are going to ruin your life. But yeah, other than that, I think you'll probably be pretty much good. Spark Notes saved your life? Spark Notes? It saved your life? How? Am I married? No. Do I like crayons? I do. Come here when you're lonely. Yeah, maybe try something new. Ooh, I like that, Chris. Yeah, so they said if you're feeling lonely, try something new. So you could go there's all sorts of groups that you can go to. Like, there might be clubs in your school. There might be like some type of thing where there's a group like ski club. But there's a lot of different things that people like to do. You can find that. Sports teams. I like to read books. Not an introvert. Interesting. Beer. Jeffrey wants beer. I mean, we can have beer. That's easy. I think I was ISTP, Myers-Briggs, forgot what that means. That's introverted sensory thinker perceiver. Josh, you are a character, but honest. I know. I thought this was a video. Isamu, no, it's real. Pit vag. Ew. You said pit vag. Beer. I say beer and weed helps loneliness. Oh, you're saying it helps loneliness. Oh, no. No. He's 16, Jeffrey. Thank you, Dano. You got your whole life in front of you at 16, yeah. Dogs help loneliness. Oh, maybe, Billy. Don't worry about bullies or peer pressure. Do you, can I have some advice on making friends? Do I need to practice social skills? Yeah, you can actually learn a lot about social skills on the internet. Just Google it. Like, how to make friends, how to improve your social skills. That's really the best thing. If you want advice from me, I would say, figure out what you want in a friend first, and then only target those types of people to be your friends. Because just like any kind of friend isn't really super valuable. You want to have people that have the same values that you have, the people who care about the same things as you. You don't want just like the most popular guy in school to be your friend just because he's popular. You want someone who has the same values as you. So if you're into religion, or if you're like really against, drugs and alcohol, you don't want to get involved in the wrong kind of crowd. If you really value people who are nice, kind individuals as opposed to just, attractive, kind of figure out what do you like about people. Figure out who do you like, who would you like to be friends with as you're going through school, and then talk to that person. As simple as that. Like, hey, I've seen you around. I don't have a lot of friends here, so I was just wondering if you want to go, whatever, have an idea ahead of time. Go to a game, some sports game, or go bowling, or go to a movie, or whatever kind of thing 16-year-olds like to do. Oh, I can't believe I was 16 so long ago. All right. Just be you, and you'll find friends along the way. I like that, Chris. How do you personally make friends after college? Me personally, I've made a lot of friends on the internet, actually. I grew up with the internet. I had my first screen name when I was 7 years old, and ever since then, because on the internet you have so many more choices of people to be friends with that you don't, like, when I went to school, I graduated with like 90 people in my class. I didn't get along with pretty much anyone in that school. I talked to one person from that school still, and she was a new girl. We both moved to that school from other places. We weren't even from that area, and that's the only girl that I talk to now, and I barely even talk to her. So most of my friends were made after high school. I didn't even go to college in the conventional sense that I made friends there. I made some friends through a women's group that I used to go to. And it was like through friends, like I met one friend at the women's group, and then I went to like some of her parties and I made friends there. So you just find the people that you connect with, and then you usually I'll get numbers from like a group chat, a group text. Like someone will say, oh, hey, I'm having my Halloween parties, whatever, and they'll send like the text to everyone, and then you can kind of figure out like who's who on the text and kind of be like, oh, hey, it's Taylor, you have my number now if you ever want to hang out, because you can kind of like get your friends away from other friend groups when you vibe better with like the friends you meet through friends. One of my best friends is a friend I met through a friend. So a lot of my friends actually are from the women's group. Some of my friends were my ex's friends' girlfriends or wives, and then I've made tons of friends here on Periscope in particular. But even when I was younger, I used to make friends online. Fuad, hello. At 16, no beer, no weird. Yeah, exactly. High school is the worst. It gets better, right, Shara? Ben Thompson, I'm just going to say no, I'm not single. Let's go with that. Do you guys experience severe dissociation? I think I have low self-esteem and depression. Do you know what it is, aesthetic Sheba? It's hormones. Your hormones are going crazy right now, and you probably are feeling all sorts of things that are not normal, and it will kind of mellow out and level out as you get older. But I used to have really low self-esteem and depression, and I don't struggle with that anymore. It does change. It does go away if you do the right things. But I have a theory. When I was younger, I was eating so much junk food all the time that it was really making it easy to be depressed. So check in with that. Make sure that you're eating vegetables every day. If you can try to add in vegetables every day, you might notice a huge change in your whole life, because you have to have the energy levels to, be an attractive friend or mate, honestly. Like, I hella zone out, like severe dissociation. Is that normal? I think it's normal, but what do you mean you zone out? Like when? Like in school? Homicide? Who are you talking to, Ben? What is this? Is that Asif? I thought you weren't going to be on here anymore. Oh my god, Laura Nikki Live! In Angel's Piano! Ah! Hi Mick, how are you? Only drink lean, go to animal shelter and volunteer. Ooh, I like that. Billy said go volunteer at the animal shelter. You can meet people there. Hi Rami, good to see you too. That's a good one. You can meet friends at jobs. Jobs are great places to make friends. I'm good, Rami. How you doing? Bodyguard? No. I block you all. I block you. What is going on here? We were doing a book review. We finished that a while ago, like 20 minutes ago, and now we're chatting. Is the money on screen how much someone has donated? Yes, Brad Pitt, or not Brad Pitt. Seeking for popularity through following isn't friendship. I don't know what that means. You're so wise for your age. Thank you, Vicky. I honestly have 0 friends, but it's how I like it. It's okay not to have friends. Friends are stressful. Mostly if you are a friend, then their problems become your problems. Martin! Yeah, I actually said that the other day to my sister. I said, I'm really glad that I don't have too many friends. You gotta make sure you don't have too many friends. Because if you have too many friends, then you're going to like weddings and graduations and kids' parties and anniversaries and whatever the heck else, parties and Christmas and birthdays, and you're just like spending your whole life making sure that you're being a good friend to your millions of friends. So I only have like a core group of close friends, and I don't usually do birthday gifts for most of my friends, to be honest with you. Maybe I'm a crappy person, but I'm just not really good with gifts. So people who really want a lot of gifts, they just don't be friends with me, basically. How many people are online right now? There's 51 on Periscope. I don't know what Mick is saying. There are 5 people on Twitch and nobody on YouTube, which sucks because I need people to watch my YouTube channel so that I can monetize. I'm 27. And I'm from New York originally, upstate New York, but I live in Florida now. Oh, thank you, Casey. Thank you for watching. Swinger. I met my boyfriend from scoping. Really, Shun the Sun? Oh my god, that's so awesome. Is it anyone we know? I remember you. You're in upstate New York. Actually, Jab, I'm in Florida now. I moved to Western Florida. Your gut is your brain. When you can't absorb nutrients, it's hard to be mentally and physically healthy. Exactly. You nailed it, Laura. I went vegan, hoping that would help my mental state, but to be honest, I feel the same. So veganism can be very, very challenging because there can be the temptation to eat a lot of carbs because bread and sugar are allowed and pasta are vegan, right? So what I see a lot of times, vegetarians and vegans, sometimes they eat a lot of sweets and they eat a lot of carbs, and that's typically what people think is causing depression and cancer, is the sugar and flour diet. So personally, I mean, the conventional, the really, really poorly treated, growth hormone fed, just really, really mistreated animals, that's probably not healthy. There's probably something wrong with that. But personally, I eat meat, but I try to eat the cleanest meat possible. Local, organic, grass-fed, cage-free, all that kind of stuff. I'm not perfect, but that's just a theory. I'm not a doctor. They're blocking you on YouTube. Oh, you guys can't see my YouTube comments? I mean, I can't see your YouTube comments? What in the heck? I could see them earlier. Thank you for telling me that. Who said that? Oh, Ducci? Are you commenting? I don't see any comments coming through. What does open mean on Periscope? See, I didn't see that one. It means to, like, show your boobs. Open your shirt. I consider myself a pretty attractive guy, but I can't get a second glance from any woman. What gives? R. Davis. What else do you have going for you besides attractiveness? How can you put yourself out there in a way where they can see these features that are attractive about you? If you're funny, maybe you could try stand-up comedy. Go up there, make a fool out of yourself. Even if you're not good, it's not going to be your job from now on. It can give you that confidence to kind of just not be afraid and get the attention of somebody. You could also just like kind of tell jokes at parties and bars and just strike up conversations with people. It could be something to do with your personality. It could be the way that you either look at them or the way that you speak to them, the way that you carry your body when you're interacting with them. It may come off as creepy, even if you're attractive. Hey, Nick Debbie, how are ya? Do I actually live streaming? What do you mean? Yes, I actually live streaming. No, he's in Germany. Aw. She's in the Sunshine State. That's me now. Hey, Danny. I see you on YouTube coming in. Discord. Mountaintop for rock bottom. My Discord group is actually only open to people who are silver level sponsors or above. So that is everyone from here all the way down to the $20 level. Whoa, Ed, why do you have to be so big? Freaking Ed. His name's too long. We gotta make this wider. There we go. And now my line is too small. Freaking Ed. Is that better? It's too fat. You guys, you know I'm going to be doing this for the next 10 years, right? Why do I have such OCD? All right, and then this line, gotta make that bigger. Nope. Not big enough. We need more. Oh, that's too big. Oh, like that? And then thinner? No, not fatter. Thinner. There, like that. Whatever. That's good enough for me. Okay. What? Who? Ed spoils everything. I know, Danny, what the heck? Hey, Trevor. Fancy seeing you here. Need probiotics and fish oils, less carbs. Exactly. I need to get my fish oil game back up. Pasta with chickpeas on top. Oh my god, that sounds delicious. Chickpeas are good. Chickpeas actually have a good amount of protein. Need good proteins, yep. Exactly. Grass-fed preferably. Veganism is curable with meat. Oh my god. Take your breast in your hands and squeeze it several times. I definitely need to look into supplements too that are vegan and not full of weird stuff. Yeah, my favorite protein powder is Orgain. Orgain organic vegan protein powder in vanilla is my favorite flavor. Katie likes, I think, chocolate and peanut butter, though. She doesn't like the vanilla. Jimmy Knapp, hello! I haven't seen you in forever. How you been, man? Have you been going live? Deli Can, hello. Please don't call me baby, but good morning. I like to follow plant-based with some lean protein, a few organic graham crackers, too. Yum, graham crackers. Hey, Queen, how are you? Dude, you said, why don't you take your head and squeeze it several times? I love it. So we have 30 minutes to 30 minutes until Ruby comes on the channel. So do you guys want to do a meditation? We can end this broadcast and come back for a little meditation before Ruby. Cod liver oil tablets are good if you don't eat enough fish. It's filled with omega-3. Yes. Long time no see. Welcome back, Trevor. Garden of Life is an excellent brand to use. Yep, Garden of Life is another one. Supplements made from Whole Foods. Yes. Jimmy left. Yes, he was live last night. Oh, Nick, hey, thanks for inviting your followers. There's one of our monthly sponsors who's going to be entered to win $100 on September 17th. You're doing good, Queen. Florida is amazing. I am head over heels in love with this place. It's paradise. I love everything about it. I love the weather. I love the people. I love this place. I love you guys. I just love my life so much. But I'm going to be back in New York in a couple weeks. Hello, Sakir. Hi, Nick. Can you do some ASMR with some relaxing music? I can. You mean tonight? We only have 30 minutes, though. Like, we have 29 minutes until she's going to be live, so I don't really have time, probably, to do ASMR. Shouldn't be eating Flintstones vitamins. Very happy for you. What did I miss? Been a minute. Yeah, I moved to Florida. Me and my husband broke up, and now I live in Florida from upstate New York. Tell that baldy Jimmy Knapp I said hello. Danny Bruno says hello, Jimmy Knapp, on the replay. I think Jimmy already left. Hey, Doom. Oh, Danny. Now we have 2 Dannys in the house. Well, I cater the content on this channel to sponsors. So what do you guys want? You want to just sit here and chat for the next 29 minutes? Do you want to end this and come back for meditation? Do you want to end this and come back for short ASMR? Yeah, I drove down too, Sean. I drove from New York to Florida. It was like 2 days. You moved from Phoenix to Venice. Oh, wait. Venice, California? Or Venice, Italy? I like Phoenix. I've been to Phoenix February of last year or the year before. I went to see the Grand Canyon, so I saw Phoenix, I saw a meteor crater, and Sedona. Lisa's ASMR, she's a monthly sponsor. Let's just sit here in awkward silence. I know all that, my friend. I mean, just recently. Oh, okay. It feels still recent to me. But, yeah, we got the studio set up. I built this desk and this chair and this bookshelf. We put all the books on it, put my clothes away. I didn't put all my clothes away. That's okay. And, yeah, we've just been working and doing stuff. I went back to New York for my cousin's bridal shower and bachelorette party. I stopped in Philadelphia for a few days for the Liberty Bell and the Rocky Steps. And then came back here, and we've been working ever since. I'm going back to New York for the wedding in a couple weeks, and then straight from there I'm going to go to Toronto, and then I'll be back down here again. But I'll be in Toronto for a few days to show you Toronto, Canada, and the Canadian side of Niagara Falls. And if you're in that area, I would love to meet up with you guys if you're in Toronto or near Toronto, Canada, like Lise is. Lise has never eaten a taco, so we have to get her to eat tacos. And Wolf Puppy will be there. Kieran will be there for 16 Popcorn. I'm hoping to meet Kylo and Jag. What else was I going to say? Oh, and Emad Maddie. I don't know what I was going to say. Yeah, thanks, Nick. Egg Drop is a tool for Periscope broadcasters, so you can go to their website, eggdrp.com, and learn about it. Winslow, I've never been there. Thank you, Nick. What have you been up to? What's new with you? Yes, I'm in Florida. San Diego Custom Guitars. I wish Italy. Cali. Okay, yeah. Are you an artist? Venice Beach has a lot of artists there. I know. Oh, I read that. I wish Italy. I was born there and never saw that. I never get past Sedona, my favorite place in the literal world. Sedona is awesome, but Grand Canyon is amazing, 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 amazing. Churnin' and burnin'. You're in New Jersey if I need limo. In New Jersey? I'm sure the Sunshine State is even brighter with you there. Thank you, Billy. Hi, Trevor. You've got more books. Nice. Soon you're going to need another shelf. She hasn't tried tacos. Wow, somewhere right now, Wolf Puppy just fainted. Wolf Puppy knows about this. Yeah, well, the top shelf has no books on it, and there's like this whole half of this shelf, and this whole like 2/3 of this shelf, and like a third of that shelf. So we have plenty of space. In my head, I'm an artist. I have a version of writer's block, but I'm looking to take art therapy for my PTSD. Oh my God, do you follow Steph Ray Arts? Steph Ray Arts. Let me put up on the screen. Put up some words. Got some words. I'm gonna put at Steph Ray Arts. And where can we put it where you can actually read it? Maybe down here. So that's her username, and she lives in Clearwater, Florida. She's actually the person who told me about this area, and she is, I don't know if she's like, she majored in art therapy. She got like her master's in art therapy, but I don't know if she's like technically an art therapist. I think she has to get a certain number of hours or something, but she's awesome. I think you like her a lot. She does art on her channel, and she's super calming. I love her voice so much. We've become good friends. We hang out down here now, and she's just been awesome. She's been really helpful, and she's an art therapist. The closest thing you can get to one without being one, I think. Hey, Doug Dirt Diver from the Sunshine State. Trying to recover from some recent injuries, caring for an ailing patient. Who said that? Oh, Nick. Recent injuries. What happened, Nick? Caring for an ailing patient. Wait, are you talking about yourself being an ailing patient? Brain lock. What happened with Flash? I don't know, but he's still watching all my replays, so he's still around. Plate is full. I bet. An hour from New York City. I'm in Florida. You are amazing, like the girl next door. Oh, you mean, oh yeah, we're in upstate New York. That's where the wedding is going to be, in upstate New York. The girl next door type. Well, you might live next door to me. I have new neighbors now. Oh my God, the comments all just disappeared. Has it been happening to you? This happened to me last night too. It's probably my old iPhone 5. Okay, I read that. I read all that. Hi, I'm new and like your show. What do you talk about each day? Useless traffic, hello! Nice username. Every day is different. Today we did 2 book reviews. Ruby Noosa is about to come live in 23 minutes with the 5 love languages. She's going to be talking about one of the 5 love languages from Gary Chapman's book. We just now did a review on Quiet by Susan Cain. We, right before this, did a review on Cash Flow Quadrant by Robert Kiyosaki. I'm currently reading this book, which I will review and summarize as well. Then I am a certified Hatha yoga teacher, so I teach yoga. I also do yoga at the beach now that I live in Florida. We talk about health, wealth, and relationship goals. And it's positive content every single day we're live. Steph is amazing. Yes, she is. She really is. I'm working at putting my poetry together to publish a poetry book. Nice! I actually got a poetry book from Dante Crowder. The Crafty Cutie does stuff too. No, I've never heard of her. The Crafty Cutie? Can I follow her? You feel lonely here like you're on a timeout, Danny? I'm sorry. I don't know why no one wants to watch on YouTube. Like, it's delayed. It's not smooth moving. I noticed that on somebody's broadcast the other day too. Let me look her up. The Crafty Cutie. Probably not going to have time for ASMR before Ruby. The Crafty Cutie, is it spelled like that? Because I'm not finding anyone when I search that. Oh, there it is. C-R-A-F-T-Y. No, I don't know who this is. Okay, following. Boom, thank you for the advice. Okay, so it's not smooth moving, so let me see. Oh, let me just decrease my bitrate and then see if that helps us. Yeah, I don't know. We'll have to tinker with the settings if that doesn't work. I haven't changed anything. Good night. Oh, bon nuit, bon nuit. Parent, mom is ill. I broke some bones, long story. Oh my God, Nick. I love your picture, by the way. Ruby is my girl. We go way back. I love her. She's going to be live on here soon. And she'll be live again tomorrow night at 9 p.m. Eastern time with Cooking Scopes. But this Ruby only goes live on Periscope, so she won't be live on Twitch and YouTube. Congratulations on your upcoming milestone. Upcoming milestone? What's my upcoming milestone, Nick? I'm sorry. What is it? Useless traffic. Yay. So many repeater bots all of a sudden. She's awesome. Yes, she is. Tatiana, she blocked me. Who's Tatiana? Hey, just wanted to say hi. Hi. She's awesome. I got a therapy art journal from her. Oh, that's cool. I've met her in real life. That's cool. Where? Very smooth video for me. Thank you, Useless. Useless. Oh my God, that's funny. Oops, tapped the microphone. All right. We have 20 minutes till Ruby goes live. Can we really get live with ASMR in time? Let's see if we can find a short fairy tale. Why don't I just do it on here? I guess it's not really good for replays, but I'm worried that we're going to go over Ruby. Oh no, where's my bookmark? There it is. Yeah, that one's too long. We could do that one. I feel like it's better to not, I'm not going to do this before Ruby because it's going to be too rushed. Depending on if I go to sleep during Ruby or not. So we did a lot of extra content yesterday and the day before. So I don't really have to do more content today, but I'm considering it. I would like to sleep in the nighttime and actually wake up in the daytime, unlike today. Although I woke up at like 1:30 in the afternoon, but still, I like to be up early and go to bed early. I'm definitely not getting to bed early because it's 11:41 p.m. Sorry, I'm thinking out loud. Going to the beach tomorrow? I don't know, Vicky. Tomorrow? What's tomorrow? Thursday? Tomorrow's call day. No, I have so much to do. Oh yeah, actually I have to put something on my calendar right now. Thanks for reminding me. I have to... Why don't I do that like right after this? Well, I'll just put it here just in case I forget. Transfer money from bank to bank. Okay. I have to get my flights. I still have 2 more flights to get. Actually, 3 flights. Because we're doing Vegas in October as well. I'll check my voter status tomorrow. Okay, that's not that important. We're going to move that to Friday. Post office, prescription sunglasses, recycling center. Okay, yeah. So tomorrow, beach, probably not. But maybe Friday. Oh, and you guys know Chelsea Seagoods? She might be coming over to hit the beach or the pool on Sunday. My username comes from an old bit I did when I worked in radio. Oh, that's so cool. I mentioned number of followers on Twitter. I did? Oh, yeah. So we hit that milestone already, Nick. We hit 1,000 Instagram followers last night. I met up with her at Unicameral Studios Walk. What? I don't even know what that is. Oh, Universal Studios Walk. Why does it keep skipping all the comments? Yoga. Lesbian 123. 123, that number keeps coming up for me. Have a great night. Gotta go. I'll watch another time. All right, Kyron F. Good to see you. See you later. I would avoid weekends. Traffic is bad. Yes, tomorrow's Thursday. That's a good point. But that's still, I mean, she can only do Sundays, so make sure to stay abreast of the hurricane updates. Now that you reside by the Gulf especially. Yeah, the hurricane season this year is actually expected to be pretty good in Florida. And Hurricane Lane is happening in Hawaii. But the anticipation is that we're going to have a lower than normal hurricane season this year. It is supposed to be hurricane season right now, but it hasn't been raining or storming very much at all. But when I drive to Clearwater Beach and I drive over that bridge, I'm just like overwhelmed by it. And even the bridge like between Tampa and Clearwater is like, you're just so close to the water. You're like, that water is, me and that water are at the same level. And if it decided to get any higher, this road would be covered in water and we would be trapped. Thank you, Nick. Tatiana Allen, I don't know who that is. Have I read the interview with Lucifer by Arthur Rothschild VIII? I haven't, Adrian, but if you want to send me book recommendations, you can direct message me on Twitter or Instagram. Did the Super Heart payments work yet? Oh, Danny, in London too in February, don't forget. No, we're not doing that. FIFAXXLK, hi. Super Heart payment, no. We're hoping to get the Super Heart payment for both months on... Oh, Tatiana is Crafty Cutie. Oh, okay, cool. On Zephyr. Hey, Zephyr. On... What was I just saying? Oh, on September 1st, the Super Heart payment. And hopefully it will have the bonuses from both June and July. And then once we get that payment, we're giving away $500 on this channel, not just to monthly sponsors, to anyone. You have to be here live during the broadcast when I give away the $500 to win. So we're going to have 5 different $100 giveaways. You could win more than $100. You could win all 500, but the chances are better that you'll win 100 because we'll do 5 giveaways of $100 each, and that'll all be in one day. Actually, how did we do it last time? Last time we did $100 a day for 5 days. That might be more fun. What do you guys think? I have not seen any alligators yet, actually. The picture on Instagram of that girl in the bed chucking books in the air looks just like you. I know, Danny, isn't that sneaky? A little sneaky. FIFA, I appreciate that you're trying to be nice, but I just want to keep everything really platonic on here, if you don't mind. And if you do mind, you can just leave. That's fine too. I won't be offended. I know sometimes it's hard to control ourselves, especially if we're in a horny kind of mood. On that day, can you do it on YouTube so I can win? Yeah, I'm hoping to be able to do all 5 giveaways on all 3 platforms. Yeah, so it'll actually probably won't be able to do it over 5 days. We'll probably do it on one day. How does Super Hearts work? Monthly, you get paid out. You only get paid out if you're owed $100 or more. And then, yeah, then it's monthly. As long as you have $100 or more owed to you, then you get paid on the first of each month. And it's a month delayed. So, like, on September 1st, I'll get paid for July's Super Hearts. And then on October 1st, you get paid for August. But I'm going to be getting paid for June and July because they didn't pay me for June on August 1st. Which was great timing because that was when I moved into this place. I got glass in my foot. I had to go to the urgent care and spend $225. You just sent me a message on Twitter about the book. Thank you, Adrian. I appreciate that. 100, that's a giant cutoff. That's a giant cutoff? You think $100 is a giant cutoff? $100? I feel like you can barely get anything with $100 these days. No, just on YouTube. Oh, we can't hear you? You can't hear me, FIFA? Can you guys hear me? It looks like my microphone is working. It's turned up all the way. Let me move it closer to me. No, I can't because then you can see it. It looks weird. It was just a mix-up. I think it was a mix-up. It wasn't really, like, it wasn't rude. It wasn't intentional. It wasn't personal. It was a technical glitch. I think they may or may not have been testing something on my account, and it didn't really quite go according to plan, and my Super Hearts got taken away and then put back. But they were all my Super Hearts from June were taken away in July and then put back in July. So the system thinks I got all those Super Hearts in July rather than some in June, some in July. So they're just going to pay me all of them on September 1st. The only problem is that I have to make sure I get my bonus payout for June because I hit the bonus in June and July, but the system is going to think, oh, okay, July bonus. And I'm like, well, what about the June bonus too? So I might have to fight for like $100 to $350, but it won't be too bad. Oh, thank you, Useless. Your name is fun to say. Gotta run, hope to see your future shows. Thank you, I hope you do too. Here, let me put up the follow button in case you haven't seen it yet. You can't get nothing for 100, yeah. You have to wait until you have 100 to get a cut is what I meant, lame. I don't know, I don't think that's lame. I think it's reasonable. Scope glitched and removed my 3.5-year account. What do you mean by that, Sean? Did you message them? I guess it's hard to describe how your video looks on my end. Looks like you're on a Google Hangout. Is it like that for everyone or is it smooth for others? That makes sense, but sounds a little complicated. You work hard for you. It's not complicated, guys. We got this. We can all handle money. If we want to be wealthy, we're going to have to think about money every single day, all day, as much as we can. Finley, thank you for the Super Hearts. Okay, that was an exaggeration. Probably not that often, but it is important to learn about money and feel comfortable with money. But it's also, I talk fast, I think fast, and I'm really familiar with the program, so I'm sure if I slowed down and you could ask me your questions live and I could answer them, you'd probably be like, oh, it's not complicated. A dead end. You look fine to me, thank you. I went to log in last month and my account couldn't verify via my cell. I asked help desk and it was a dead end. Why couldn't it be verified via your cell? What was happening when you got the text and put the number in? So you created your account with your phone number, right? And then what, you changed your phone number or something? If you direct message me a screenshot of your email with them, I can reach out to them on your behalf and probably get it back for you. I don't know. I'm saying probably. I'm making promises I definitely can't keep. I have no idea. But I feel like that's probably a really easy fix. Your account, they wouldn't like delete your account for no reason. So it's probably just a matter of them like changing the number linked to it or something. I never receive a text. I've had the same number since 2010. When's the last time you tried to log into it? Was like that yesterday too. Yeah, nobody's answering that. 10 minutes left. I know, it is 10 minutes left. Danny says it's smooth on YouTube. Oh, thank you, right? I didn't even see your comments till just now. Awesome camera angle, thanks. My love, hey Katie. We only have 10 minutes before Ruby comes on, 9 minutes. And we almost stopped and started doing ASMR, but then I was like, no, we're not doing that because it would be too rushed and I don't like feeling rushed. I've had the same number since 2003, maybe? I think so. 2004? A screenshot. Yeah. Send it, Shun. So I assume your email has like your username. Like what the old username, whatever. Yeah, as long as you explained it in that email, and then I'll send it to them, and I'll be like, she didn't get a response from them or whatever. Because that happens to me sometimes too. If I email them, you get like just the robo response, and I'm like, can you please give me a real human person to answer this? And they don't. So, do I pay Ruby to scope? I do. Yep. Any content creator you see on this channel gets paid. So if you want to help pay them, you can send super hearts like Finley did. And Shara, why don't I see your bubble down there? I've emailed them probably 4 times. The bots are running rampant on Scope. I know. Making us look like we're getting a lot more views than we are, huh? What are those money? Oh, these are the people that have sent money to the channel over the last 30 days. Thanks for asking. Fanerona? How do I say that? I don't know how to say that. Some of them are fake names, but the money is all real. Like when you send money through my Streamlabs, if you go to streamlabs.com/femyoga, you can put any name that you want. It's like Morgan Freeman or Robert Kiyosaki or whatever other weird names people put on here. I think the bots have taken over the help desk too. Oh my god, so true. That's one of my big complaints about Periscope is their help email, for sure. You need a new career? How come? What's your career? What have you been working on? New careers are really risky. They can be. Just because, if you're starting new at anything, you're going to have a disadvantage to people who've been doing it a while. I always wondered why Ruby was on your scope. Yeah, because so the benefit for my sponsors is that this channel is live more often, right? And then the benefit for Ruby is that she gets paid. I mean, if she knows that she's getting paid this minimum amount every single time she goes live for an hour, so she doesn't have to worry about, am I going to get sponsorships? Am I going to get Patreons? Am I going to get super hearts? She knows she's getting paid for her hour of time. And then if she gets 76,000 super hearts or more, she gets bonus paid. So she actually gets paid more. Do you ever reflect back and smile with the total effort needed for your success? Every day, almost. It's overcoming the struggle that makes winners. Are we high-fiving, Vicky? I am in university. You are a millionaire. I'm not a millionaire. What the heck? You're in university? Are you in math class? $4,000 in 30 days would add up to about, $50,000 a year at most. So nowhere near being a millionaire. But yeah, so what are you in university for? That's not really a career, right? I'm in a position to get into a new career, but have no idea what. They're too busy frying Jones to help others. Frying Jones? Oh, is that something going on in the news? Plus, y'all are growing your followers. Yeah, Florida has been very, very effective at getting more followers on the channel. Don't call me baby chancellor. So many people here, it's crowded. I know, Danny. That's great. We have 5 minutes to Ruby. 5-minute Ruby countdown. What are we gonna do? Are we excited? I'm excited. Let's learn some Italian. Quick. Italian. Morgan Freeman. It was nice of Morgan Freeman to donate. I study medicine. We are of Antananarivo. You study medicine. You don't need a new career. Girl, you're gonna make just enough money doing that. Kiswen Pat, you name Engak. What is Ruby? Ruby Nusa. She's an Italian, Sicilian broadcaster from Australia, and she comes on this channel twice a day on Thursdays and does the love languages at midnight, which is in 5 minutes. And then at 9 p.m. tomorrow night, she'll be doing cooking, Italian food. Potenza in Italy? Is that where she's from? I didn't know that. You want me to move to Texas and marry you? I don't want to move to Texas. If you want to woo me, you're going to have to move to Florida. Ruby is awesome. Yes, she is. That's where my ancestry is supposed to come from. Well, 25%. Oh, nice. So the thing with medicine, though, that is not much money in medicine here, but true, it will not be so bad. So the skills are very valuable, but the way you want to approach it is as a business. So you probably want to hire doctors and basically run a business around medicine. So whether it's a hospital or a private practice or whatever type of medicine, you're in a specialist's office, you could create a practice and hire other physicians and work with them in a way that you build a system as opposed to just you having to work as an employee for somebody else. You gangsta? I'm not in a gang, no. Make sure you come hang out in the Ruby Scope. Yes! I'm hungry. But it's not cooking time yet. Okay. What are we going to ask her? Doctor stuff? We were just talking about doctor stuff. Let's go. Let's find out. Okay. Italian things to say to Ruby about the doctors. You have good ideas, but we have social medicine here. Is much different. No private allowed. Ouch. Yeah, you're not going to get wealthy like that. Maybe you do need a new career. You're speaking to me? I read it. It's Taylor Gang. I'd love to work remotely, do stuff with animals and artists. Oh, you mean me come hang out with Ruby? Yeah, I knew that. That's what you meant. I'd love to work remotely, do stuff with animals and artist design stuff. What does that mean? Hang on. I'd love to work remotely. That's awesome. Do stuff with animals and artist/design stuff. What stuff? Stop saying stuff. What do you mean? What do you want to do with animals, and what do you want to design, and what art do you want to do? I love Italian food. I lived with an Italian girl. Nice. Which book? We just finished the review about Quiet by Susan Cain. Come on, you guys, we only have 2 minutes to learn Italian. Where did I put it? I put it up here. This book. And we already did the review, so you can watch the replay because this broadcast is about to be over. This guy's calling me baby. Help me. I know, Danny. All right. You're crushed. Don't be crushed. All right, let's just put, is there a doctor here? Because there's no, oh, no. I need a doctor quickly. This is good. I need a doctor quickly. All right, that's what you guys are going to say to Ruby if you want. Mi serve un medico presto. That definitely sounded super, super Spanish. Where is it? Here? Can you see it? This one? All right, we're going to type it. We're going to type it on the page. She's going to go live soon. Mi serve un medico presto. Mi serve un medico. I'm definitely saying that so Spanish right now. Presto. You can't really see it. I gotta use my skin. I gotta use my skin. Like this. You see it? Mi serve? Come on, Danny. I know you're the only one who's gonna do it, Danny Bruno. Mi serve un medico presto. I need a doctor. Right now. That's what we're going to say to Ruby on the next broadcast. So have fun with that. Thank you for watching this book review and random chat on Quiet by Susan Cain. I hope that you will follow the channel and help keep us going and growing with your contributions over at femyoga.com by clicking support. Like all these lovely, lovely, amazing people, thank you guys so much for making this show possible. And remember, if you sign up for the monthly sponsorships on the channel, on the website, you'll be entered to win $100 on September 17th, 2018, which is only open to monthly sponsors. And if we do get paid out for our Super Hearts on September 1st, we're going to be giving away $500 on this channel, which is open to everyone. So any one of you could win the $500. We're going to do 5 giveaways, $100 each, and that's open to the general public. So thank you, Nick. And thank you for the Super Hearts Finley, top contributor of the broadcast. And thank you, Jeffrey, for the Super Hearts. And thank you, Alicia, Shara, Air, Jordan, Mark, and Greg for the Super Hearts as well. You guys are awesome. Thank you for making this show possible. We'll see you back on Periscope in a few minutes for Ruby, and this has been A Moment in Time with Taylor. Bum, ba-da-bum. That's the end. Jeffrey says he has commitment issues. He can't do monthly, so he'll do daily. Thank you, Jeffrey. Thanks for sharing this, Trevor. I'll see you guys on the next one. Probably tomorrow. If I can't sleep, I'll go live again tonight. Otherwise, we'll be back tomorrow with more positive content to help you reach your health, wealth, and relationship goals.